Hi, this is Henry from Techglimpse.com. Today I am going to tell you 5 mistakes that you should avoid during your presentation speech. I happen to give many presentations these days. Unfortunately, after seeing many others makes the same mistake that I did, I took it upon myself to get some training on how to give a better presentation. To help you out with your own presentations, I have identified 5 major mistakes that most speakers make and how you can avoid them. Quite often the text used on slides is too small to read once it has been projected onto the screen. The font size that you had set might look better on your computer screen, but that may not look the same on the projected screen. Your good taste is to go to the room where the furthest audience member would be sitting before you do your presentation. Put your slides and set the smallest size text. If you can't make out the text easily, then neither will any audience sitting in the back of the room can do. You will have to make your text size larger enough so that the further audience member is able to see it clearly. I would suggest you to set the font size of at least 24 to 28, and it is always a good idea to use the standard fonts like Arial and Times New Roman. Another major mistake that many people make is trying to fill their slides with big paragraphs. Though the paragraphs might have more information, but it's not a good idea to flood your slides with such big paragraphs. It's a nightmare for an audience to read out the jam-packed slide. Instead, I would suggest you to make points as bullets. Whatever you felt like conveying in the big paragraphs, convert them into bullet points and speak more on each point. Audience are here to listen your sweet voice than taking the trouble of reading the flooded text. Reading off what you see on the slide. It's a sure sign of ineffective presenter when you look at the screen and read off every word in the slide. This is a bad idea because being the presenter, you lose the eye contact with the audience. And to be funny, the audience are not here to look at your backside all the time. So what's a better way? Points on the slide is just meant to be a hint. So speak naturally. Make eye contact with audience by looking around the presentation hall. Make yourself comfortable by moving around the stage. The stage is yours until you finish your presentation. Why can't you make use of it? If you are giving your presentation in a conference or workshop, you should remember that there are many people in the line to speak. So don't let your presentation to be one among the 10. Be different and be creative. Explain complex terms or topics using images or animations. I would suggest not to use slide transitions. To be honest, sitting as an audience, I hate seeing the slides switching very slowly. Be ready for the worst situation. Technology is technology. This means that it can fail when least expected. Have a backup of your presentation in the mail and pen drive. Many times, the computer that has been connected to the projector might not detect your pen drive. So it's always a better idea to carry a necessary backup. Here comes the next tragic situation. You might have prepared your PPT in Windows machine and the presentation hall might use a Linux machine for the projection. There is a possibility that your slides may not look the same as it was in the Windows machine. So it's always advisable to carry a PDF version of your PPT. Have you planned for any online demos? What happens if your internet connection is dead? If you have planned any online demos, you cannot ever say that your internet will always work. So make sure you carry few screenshots about your demo so that you don't disappoint your audience. So that's it from my side. If you can avoid Just these 5 major mistakes that many presenters make, the effectiveness of your presentation will be increased dramatically. After you have created them, rehearse your presentation in advance, as your efforts will make you appear to be more professional presenter in front of your audience. Hope the tip was helpful. Thank you.